Hi everyone, welcome to Mini Scroll, the daily internet culture podcast bringing you the biggest stories from social media, the creator economy, and the digital space every Monday through Thursday. I'm your host, Lauren Meisner, the founder of the youth digital media brand Centennial World. Whoa, I said that really high-pitched. Welcome to Mini Scroll, everyone. Thank you guys so much for all your kind words about this vibe for the month of August. It's definitely more YouTube than it is like podcaster, but I appreciate you guys sticking with me. But anyways, I have two stories for you guys today, and the first one is pretty big. So I need to talk about how the MrBeast situation is getting worse. So last week I covered the MrBeast situation, I think like every day now, and now the New York Times has released an investigation into the allegations that his game show Beast Games with Amazon Prime is mistreating contestants. So a lot has come out about MrBeast, whose real name is Jimmy Donaldson, and his business over the last few weeks. For a quick recap on everything, first, we saw Jimmy's best friend and former channel co-host Ava Tyson faced allegations that she sent inappropriate tweets and messages to a MrBeast fan when that fan was a minor. Jimmy issued a statement saying he takes all of this really seriously and had terminated Ava's role at the company. And the fan in question did speak out and say that they didn't feel groomed by Ava necessarily, but based on other stories that were coming out about Ava off the back of that story, they felt like it was a good decision that Ava had, been removed from MrBeast's company. Then MrBeast was exposed for making racist and homophobic comments back in 2017. And a spokesperson for MrBeast told the Associated Press that, quote, when Jimmy was a teenager, he acted like many kids and used inappropriate language while trying to be funny. We love that excuse of, oh, they were just young and dumb. And then amid all of this, two creators made content exposing MrBeast. Rosanna Pansino, who is a YouTuber that participated in one of Jimmy's Creator Games competition shows, and she has been really vocal about how it was rigged, and a former employee named Dawson, who made a video that is now super viral about how MrBeast is a fraud and basically said that his business is based off of promoting gambling to children. So Rosanna has made several videos sharing alleged stories from Beast Game contestants. So she participated like years ago and spoke out, I think it was last year. Beast Games is the new competition show that is like currently filming or has been filming over the last couple of weeks. So contestants who were competing in Las Vegas as part of this show were messaging Rosanna because she has spoken out in the past. Rosanna and Dawson's content felt a bit like hearsay, maybe. I mean, not to me, because that I am like on the train of MrBeast is, in my opinion, a narcissist who is power hungry, and he is not this good guy that he makes himself out to be. I feel like, did we not learn from like David Dobrik and Shane Dawson? Like, we have seen this before. But anyways, some people felt like, okay, well, this is just like hearsay. However, now the New York Times has done an entire investigation into these claims. So for context on like what Beast Games is, it is billed as the biggest competition show ever with the biggest winning prize ever, $5 million. So 2,000 people were competing in Las Vegas to get chosen for the show. There will be 1,000 contestants who actually are on the Amazon Prime show, but 2,000 people were competing to get chosen for that, and he was filming this competition to get chosen for his YouTube channel. So the New York Times spoke with over a dozen contestants of Beast Games and basically verified what Rosanna was saying. These contestants said that during the shoot, they were barely fed. They did not receive clean underwear for long periods of time. Some didn't even receive it for days at a time, including one girl who told the staff that she was on her period and she needed to change her underwear, and they told her that is not a life-threatening emergency, and they laughed at her. So it seems like they lost some contestants' underwear. They were asked to put 5 days worth of underwear in a Ziploc bag. This is according to a contestant who spoke with Philip DeFranco. And some people went like a day and a half, this contestant said, without getting their underwear. That was like the average. That was like the majority of people. It took them about a day and a half. Other people, it took them more than that. And yeah, this contestant said that for some, they actually just straight up lost their underwear. So this is from the New York Times article. Quote, one contestant said she had initially been denied food she required to take her medication and had been told by staff members that she didn't actually need to eat. After asking repeatedly, she was given half a banana. This is another direct quote. Several contestants said when they had sought out production staff members for assistance with medical care, food, and hygiene issues, the staff members were often not helpful and appeared disorganized. Some staff members yelled and cursed at contestants, one participant said. So in responding to these allegations, MrBeast's team, like a rep for MrBeast, actually did respond to the New York Times. I mean, I don't know how you cannot respond to the New York Times. You kind of need to get ahead of this. So they sent a text message to the New York Times blaming external factors like the CrowdStrike outage for the mistreatment. Quote, in a text message, a spokesperson for MrBeast said the shoot was unfortunately complicated by the CrowdStrike incident, extreme weather, and other unexpected logistical and communications issues. The spokesperson said MrBeast had started a formal review and had, quote, taken steps to ensure that we learn from this experience. So they're not denying these allegations, and there are also some rumors floating around, I'm not sure how verified these are, that contestants were offered an extra $1,000 to basically not participate in any type of class action lawsuit in the future about this. So, I mean, like I said last week, this is definitely, I think, the beginning of MrBeast's downfall. I think this is the beginning of the mask starting to fall for a lot of people if they weren't kind of already there with him. I think the thing with MrBeast is he has so many followers and he is so beloved, and his following is young men primarily. So they're not going to look at things like this with a critical eye. I think this whole situation, especially now that it's getting so much mainstream press, I think it will impact his ability to work with the streamers ever again. I think a lot of like Hollywood and stuff, like I'm not sure if they'll touch him again after this, but I think in terms of his career, he's just going to keep going. All right. And the last story that I have for you guys is that Sabrina Carpenter has spoken out about that Skims campaign. So in April of this year, Sabrina Carpenter starred in a Skims campaign that went totally viral. It went viral partly because she looked so good and it was just so on brand for her. It just felt so Sabrina Carpenter. She was like this Bratz doll pinup star. Like it was just like perfect. It was like this bubblegum, sexy, cute vibe. It was so good. And partly because she had just finished her run on the Eras Tour opening for Taylor Swift. And as we know, Taylor and Kim Kardashian, who own Skims, have a very tumultuous history. So at the time, there were rumors swirling around that Sabrina had asked Taylor's permission to do the Skims campaign. And now in a new profile for Variety, Sabrina has debunked this. She said, quote, the posts about me having to ask her permission? No. She's one of my best friends. And we grab dinner or text and catch up like you would with your best friend. So yeah, I guess she's just kind of implying that Taylor would never expect that of her. And I mean, that was my opinion at the time. I'm like, Taylor's not going to get in the way of any of her friends getting their bag, because we know Taylor Swift is a capitalist queen, and this was probably a huge payday for Sabrina. And I think like starring in a Skims campaign is kind of like this new badge of honor. It's like a new rite of passage for Hollywood up-and-comers. So yes, I am not surprised that she didn't ask Taylor and that Taylor would not have, cared either way. But anyways, guys, that is it for Mini Scroll today. Thank you so much for listening. Please remember to rate, review, and subscribe. It helps me so much. It helps me grow. I love you guys. And there will be a deep dive tomorrow with my actual favorite podcasters ever. I am so excited. I could not believe that I secured this interview. So that's going up tomorrow for you guys. And then I will be back with Mini Scroll on Monday. Okay, bye.